The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, and we have been waiting for this day for so long, day one of the NBA season. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Well, for San Antonio, they are sure to get a big boost from their home crowd today. Those fans have been waiting a long time for the start of the regular season and the chance to cheer their guys on to that first win. Shaq, there's nothing quite like the anticipation of opening night. Fans have waited all summer, players have waited all summer, and finally it's here. Was opening night always special for you?
It was very special. My favorite part was what I'm about to do now, Ernie. Hello to all the fans. Thanks for joining us out there. I'm excited to see you guys. I know you guys are excited to see us. I love the fans, Ernie.
Did you always do it this way with your hands up like that?
Yeah, but you also got to put the number one up. Hello, fans. It's me again. I'm here with Ernie. We love you.
Hey, everybody.
Got to show them your number one, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie.
Put some bass in your voice, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie. I'm tossing to Kevin Harlan.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans. Chris Anderson. For this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks everyone for joining us here in the start of a new season. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Brandon Knight is out there with Thompson. Then it's Johnson. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Embiid in at the center, locking down the middle. And here they come. And Bryant slams it in.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Doubled by Smith. And San Antonio has possession.
Well, Kobe Bryant last season for the first time introducing high tops as his custom basketball shoes, looking to provide a little more support for that injured Achilles.
Now here's Bryant after the miss from Klay Thompson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Bryant's got his second basket.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Thompson, a screen on Harris. Outside Aldridge. Kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Johnson outside. There's the feed to Embiid. Another shot. The shot is off.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Smith the pass to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Thompson misses.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the shot is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Here's Embiid, following the score by Josh Smith. Thompson dishes to Embiid. Here's Aldridge. That one's off, still out of sync.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Smith up top. He's guarded by Knight. Here's McRoberts. Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
It's Aldridge penetrating. The rebound by Anderson. Spurs leading by 10. To the middle, here's Bryant. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Aldridge. Pass to Thompson. He feeds it to Knight. And Thompson kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Embiid. Back to Johnson. Thompson outside. Clock at 6. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Kobe. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Well, you look at Josh McRoberts, you get a chance to look at some of his numbers, how his season went last year. Last season, he averaged 8 points per game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
It's always a valuable commodity partner in the NBA, size. And it's nice to have some in reserve, too.
And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Number 1, the Spurs. Second, the Mavericks.
Kevin, talk about taking care of business, man. I tell you what, both of these teams took care of business from behind that three-point arc. They had a number of outstanding three-point shooters, and those guys were on target most of the year.
Here is Bryant. He has 6. Passes it to McRoberts. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. And he drops it in from the low post.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
Mavericks trail by 14.
Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, last season's coach of the year, one of only 3 coaches to win that award 3 times. He's also a 5-time NBA champion as a head coach, and really has been the model for consistency and excellence as a head coach, as a leader of his team in San Antonio. They've won 50 games, 15 consecutive years now, and clearly players are a big part of that, but his leadership and his ability to relate to his team and to get them to be a team is something that will send him right to the Hall of Fame when he's eligible.
Here's Thompson following the basket by Kobe Bryant, and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. Second in three-point field goal percentage, third in three-point shooting. And they also showed up in the top 5 in shooting percentage. This is a team that knows how to execute its offense and get good shots.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. Attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
Mavericks trail by 18. And Popovich, the longest tenured NBA coach by far, 18 seasons, and Steve All with this San Antonio organization.
Well, he's actually the longest tenured coach in any of the 4 major American sports. And what an incredible run he's had, with leading them to a winning record in 17 consecutive seasons. Longest such streak in NBA history.
And the basket by Harris.
Man, great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 P's, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
Thompson misses.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
And Kobe the bucket with the assist by McRoberts. McRoberts has got 3 assists tonight. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
Yeah, they can't keep the status quo at this point. They've got to make some changes.
Knight passes to Aldridge. To the inside. Embiid, no good. San Antonio leading by 22. Harris misses the baby hook.
Well, I like his determination and his attitude and aggressiveness, but the defense wasn't going to back off that shot. They were tight on it.
Spoke about their main defensive concern in this one, and he said, we don't want this game to start getting up and down because they can finish as well as anyone.
They really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And, Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now, here is Knight. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Hit his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Anderson. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Bryant. And it's Ellison for Devin Harris. And then for Dallas, Scola comes in for Embiid. And it's Chalmers in for Knight. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Hey guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks and zone defenses and play in general.
Kent Bazemore is checked in for Thompson. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Spurs leading by 23.
As great as Aldridge was in the my goodness. What a huge play. I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Now, here's Chalmers. Scola sets a screen for Chalmers. San Antonio with the rebound. And now here's Mayo, the fast break opportunity. And the slam dunk by Granger.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Now the dish to Aldridge. Shoots a fader. And O.J. Mayo pulls it down.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And he drops it in from the low post. Bonner's got his first 2 points.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right, and to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
Chalmers dishes to Scola. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season.
And you go back to last year in the postseason. Remember, they sent this team packing when they met in round 1. So I would expect a really good battle here tonight. They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
And Chalmers kicks it to Bazemore. Scola, a screen on Mayo. Here's Bazemore, guarded by Mayo. 6 to shoot. Will it go? Kept alive. Here's Bazemore. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. And here is Ellis. Mayo kicks to Smith. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Smith's got 8 points. And you know, like Steve mentioned, a matchup like this can spur a bit of extra intensity with the recent history being what it is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. I agree. I mean, you always want to show up strong, but definitely this is a game both teams want to win. Pride is a real factor here.
Now here's Scola. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Bonner, and that one is hammered home.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
Yeah, they can't keep the status quo at this point. They've got to make some changes.
The finish.
Tore it down that time. I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Mayo, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Here's Bazemore, guarded by Mayo. And another shot.
All game long, guys, he's been getting it done. Really doing a nice job rebounding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they've had a major advantage on the glass, dominating that stat.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got...
Bring your costume. It's Halloween.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Anderson is out there with Bonner. Then there's Paxson. Then there's Kobe. And it's Granger in at small forward. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now here's Johnson, looking for his first basket still in this one. And Bonner pulls it down.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run. It's happened before, and we've seen it happen again. The Spurs were the best team in the West last season and secured the top seed, not only in the West, but throughout the NBA.
And Granger with the basket on the assist by Bryant.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
That's 2 turnovers in the last 3 minutes. Those are starting to add up, guys.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for San Antonio. Dallas also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Thompson in for Wesley Johnson. And that one's good. That's 12 points for Kobe Bryant.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Yeah,
I know you agree with that, Steve.
No, totally. You got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
Now here's Scola. Feeds it to Bazemore. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Dallas, no good that time either.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Here's Chalmers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. First in assists, first in three-point shooting, and they were number 2 in field goal percentage. This is a team that got good shots on a regular basis and knocked them down.
And Clark, what you talked about that really resonates with me is the assists, because they were the best in the league. Clearly a result of wonderful offensive execution and, of course, unselfishness. It didn't seem to matter who was taking the shot. That team always tried to find the open man.
For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Pass to Scola. On the wing, Thompson. To the inside, Embiid. Tries to snap the cold streak. Tries again. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Klay Thompson is already an elite shooter, but he isn't done yet. He wants to be a complete off-guard. He said, I'm trying to attack more. Everyone knows my jumper is the base of my game, but to be an all-star caliber player one day, I have to finish at the rim. I have to dunk more, show people I can jump. Guys?
He keeps adding layers to his game. Thank you, Doris. Here's Thompson following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Thompson passes to Bazemore. From past the arc. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Spurs second, the Mavericks fourth.
The percentage that each of these teams shot was just outstanding. And that's a result of unselfishness and great offensive rhythm.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Knight's checked in.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low. Well, Dallas coach Rick Carlisle has demonstrated his versatility throughout his coaching stops in Detroit, Indiana, and Dallas. Not really a system coach. He adapts to the talent that he has on each individual team and goes accordingly.
Now, here is Knight. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And they needed that hoop to try to stop this run. This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
Embiid sets the pick for Knight. Dishes it to Embiid. And there's the pass to Scola. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Here's McRoberts. Shot is off. Excellent D there for Scola. Embiid with it. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds in this game. 9 feet out, and it's blocked. Anderson against Thompson. Embiid kicks to Ridnour. There's the feed to Knight. Pass to Thompson. Scola, a screen on Granger. It's Thompson off the drive. Misses the layup. San Antonio with the ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. That's good. McRoberts has got his second basket of the game.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
There's the pick. Ridnour kicks to Embiid. Here's Scola. Another shot. No good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. To the inside. Here's Paxson. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Paxson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Ridnour kicks to Thompson. Down low. Here's Embiid. Chris Anderson pulls it in. Anderson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
What a struggle for him. A goose egg in the box score today.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And now look at Brandon Knight here. Very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 18 points per game, 5 assists and 3 rebounds, and he's really been pulling his weight. We're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box score.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just somebody with solid contributions across a wide range of areas. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
San Antonio with the ball. They've got a 22-run going. What a pace. Granger drives in. Inside. Mick Roberts' shot is good. Mick Roberts has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
Wow, are they moving the ball right now? They look good. Well, Danny Granger in his prime, a 25-point-per-game scorer and all-star. His knee troubles have conspired to hold him back over the last couple of seasons. Well, still an effective role player, but just not the star that he once was.
Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ridnour dishes to Scola. Knight against Kobe. Now, here is Knight. He's tightly guarded. Lets it fly from 18. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And you recall, back in 2005, Danny Granger slipped to 17th on draft night because of concerns about his knee. He made it 7 seasons before that became a hindrance. Now he's trying to overcome it in the latter stages of his career.
Thompson sets the pick for Knight. And Granger comes over to help. Thompson outside. Ryan against Knight. Dallas again missing. And Granger at one time the franchise player for the Pacers. But with their cap situation, Steve, the writing was on the wall.
Well, a new team and a new situation. And, you know, when healthy, Danny Granger is still an impact player. Really at this stage of his career, though, he's best served in a reserve role. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Ridnour against Paxson. It's Thompson off the drive. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's San Antonio. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Yeah, you know the fans out in Phoenix really hoping for a win in that one.
And stolen by Granger. Ryan in the post. Stoll is there. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Granger.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
Paxson against Ridnour. Screen by Scola. Ridnour kicks to Knight. He feeds it to Scola. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No good with the triple.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now. But neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Embiid. Johnson comes in for Klay Thompson. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Knight. And it's Chalmers in for Luke Ridnour. Here's Scola. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
Mayo, that's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Dallas has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And Chalmers kicks to Aldridge. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Harris with it. It's Mayo on the wing. Here's Smith. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's San Antonio running away with this one. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Pop, a solid halftime lead here. How were you able to keep their offensive firepower in check so well in that second quarter?
I thought missed a couple of shots. They missed some easy shots. So they helped us a great deal. So we were pretty fortunate that quarter.
Pop, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. He's got 24 points and 6 assists. What touch he's got out there. He's hardly missed anything.
Well, they've got to do anything they can to keep the ball out of his hands.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Johnson out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Brandon Knight. And it's Thompson in at the 2 spot.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
So it's San Antonio now. Clark, you know this. It looked bleak at times, and they didn't finish where they wanted to. But the Mavs did sneak into the postseason last year with a very strong push.
And they took the Spurs to 7 games in that first round. A tough schedule for them at the end of the season, but they fought through it and got back to the playoffs. Very impressive.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
It makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Aldridge with a screen on Harris. Thompson outside, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Bryant passes to McRoberts. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Kobe's got his 7th assist in the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Harris. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Take a look at some of the numbers for LaMarcus Aldridge a year ago. 7th in rebounding. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket, in the top 10 in points per game.
And, you know, in terms of his rebounds per game, Steve, it was really a special season for him. He was a tough, physical player on the low block.
Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th, the Mavericks.
Boy, they had so many guys with quick feet and quick hands on that team. I mean, they put relentless pressure on the opponent. And as a result, they came up with an awful lot of steals. I mean, this team has been very impressive defensively. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking, and they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Knight kicks to Aldridge. Back tonight. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And offensively, they have yet to hit a shot. Slow start here to the second half.
And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by McRoberts. McRoberts has got his 4th assist in this one. The Mavericks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Johnson sets the screen for Knight. He kicks it to Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. Johnson dishes to Knight. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Bryant. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Embiid. Here's Knight. San Antonio with the rebound. McRoberts has got 6 rebounds in the game. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Kicks to Aldridge. And that misses badly. Air ball.
Josh Smith does an awful lot of good things on the floor. As a matter of fact, he's one of the really high-quality stat sheet stuffers in the NBA. But one of the things he doesn't do quite well is shoot three-pointers. And yet he continues to insist that that be a big part of his game.
Thompson, a screen on Harris. Now here is Aldridge. Not a lot of room. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. They need this. Rebound, San Antonio. Kobe's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And with Josh, it started as just a way to keep teams honest with this drive. But, Steve, last year he was taking threes at a record rate.
Yeah, and missing them at a career worst rate, which was the problem. I think for Smith it's important to rein in the three-point shot, to really focus on scoring inside, even the mid-range game where he's pretty good. But the three-point shot is not for everybody, that's for sure.
Thompson against Bryant. It's Thompson off the drive, looking to get back on track here, and it's sent back by Anderson.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
But what a nice third-quarter surge they've got going on right now.
You know, Steve, never a better time than the third quarter in my mind to get the momentum going your way.
Here's Knight. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. In low to Aldridge. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Assist from Brandon Knight.
On offense, here are the Spurs. They've got a 22 run going. What a pace. Johnson right side. Knight on the wing, guarded by Harris. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Knight. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Fires from 18. That one wide left.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
And so here is Dallas. He dishes it to Aldridge. Back to Knight. It's taken away by Smith. And Bryant kicks to Anderson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Knight passes to Aldridge. Fades and shoots. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
It's hauled in by Harris.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's McRoberts, and that is good. McRoberts has got 10 points in the game.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Here's Knight. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Looking to end the run. And Aldridge with the layup.
Well, the Spurs clearly an influential organization in the NBA. So many individuals who've worked in San Antonio, whether it be as players, assistant coaches, or in the front office, have gone on to leadership roles on other NBA teams. I think that speaks volumes to what that group has been able to do in winning at a high level.
Misses from close range. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Bonner, he's checked in for Anderson. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Kobe. And it's Ellison for Harris. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Embiid. Ken Bazemore comes in for Johnson. Lou Bridenour's checked in for Thompson. And it's Chalmers in for Brandon Knight. And you look at all the head coaches and front office executives who have come out of the Spurs organization. They are sprinkled guys throughout the NBA. And, Steve, almost half the teams in the league have some kind of fingerprint from the Spurs.
Well, it's a copycat league, and, the Spurs winning culture, all the cross-pollinating that goes on in the NBA and the relationships. And I think in the end, the result is good for the league. You want as many well-run franchises as possible.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Now Granger. 6 points for him. Here's Smith.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
The guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Bridenour kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge left side. Passes it to Bazemore, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to control. And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
1:16 left in the third quarter. Ellis against Chalmers. Aldridge with a screen on Ellis. And Chalmers kicks to Aldridge. Back to Chalmers. Moves back up. Scola. And Bonner pulls it down. Bonner's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Granger. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 8 points for Danny Granger.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Dallas. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Now here's Ellis. The drive by Smith. Here's Mayo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Mayo's got 8 points.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Here's the screen. There's the dish to Scola. Over to the wing. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Smith drives in. Feeds to Bonner. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. He's got 12. 5 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Chalmers. No luck. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Spurs delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back. Be sure.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. The San Antonio Spurs hit the road for a duel with the Phoenix Suns this Friday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Here's Paxson. We've got Danny Granger. Mayo out there with Paxson. And it's Hayes. And it's Bonner in at the 4 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Good. Paxson's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for San Antonio. Paxson's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Chalmers against Paxson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, I think the NBA is in a great place with all the young talent in the league right now. We see players coming in, not just with potential, but a willingness to learn and work. Really impressive to see.
Martin's checked in for O.J. Mayo. Granger dishes to Hayes. Buries it down low.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Pass to Crowder. Dishes to Bazemore. The pass to Ridnour. Clock at 6. The feed to Bazemore. From deep three-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. And the Spurs with possession. And that one's good. Barton.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
Here comes Mario Chalmers. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Ridnour a screen on Paxson. And Bazemore kicks to Ridnour. Pass to Chalmers. From the top of the key. Rebounded by the Spurs. Bonner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Barton passes to Hayes. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
There's Bazemore. Granger covering, and Bazemore kicks to Chalmers. His 3-pointers off the mark. For San Antonio, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And that one's good. Barton.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now, here's Ridnour. Defense right on him. And Bazemore kicks to Chalmers. And it's Hayes with the rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. Kicks it to Bazemore, trying to get back on track, and Bonner pulls it down.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one off.
The shot's good from Paxson.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3. Chalmers against Paxson. Passes it to Sims. Puts up the baby hook. Another shot. And Bonner pulls it down. Bonner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Paxson. Granger outside. Down low. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 6 in the quarter.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist.
Paxson against Chalmers. Out to the right wing. Here's Sims. Back to Chalmers. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Tries yet again. Here's Sims. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Granger passes to Paxson. Taken away by Ridnour. Now Chalmers. There's the pick. He feeds it to Sims. Back to Chalmers. Ridnour kicks it to Bazemore. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Acey's checked in. Bonner inside. Now here's Hayes. He's tightly guarded. Here's Barton. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
He is remarkably hot this quarter. He has yet to miss a shot.
And here are the Mavericks now. Now here's Ridnour. He kicks to Crowder. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And it's the Spurs ball. They're on an 18-3 run. Here's Granger. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Ridnour against Paxson. Ridnour kicks it to Bazemore. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You look at NBA defenses now. More and more they're designed to deny points in the paint and three-pointers and concede long twos. That's the impact of analytics because the numbers indicate the long two is the lowest percentage shot to take.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Spurs.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And here are the Mavericks now. And here is Ridnour. He dishes it to Sims. Ridnour kicks it to Bazemore. Paxson against Ridnour. From downtown. Rebound San Antonio. And you know, it seems players are starting to avoid those long twos early in the shot clock.
Yeah, and especially the elite scorers, becoming much more conscious about their shot selection. Last season, the top 5 scorers were more efficient than at any time since the ABA-NBA merger almost 4 decades ago.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
AC. Dallas, no good that time either.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Nice shot by Smith.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
Ridnour against Paxson. Ridnour kicks it to Bazemore. The dish to Ridnour. Easy the pass to Ridnour. Feeds to Bazemore. With the fadeaway. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Smith dishes to Hayes. Bazemore grabs the miss. Dallas has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And the pass to Ridnour. There's 1:26 left in the game. Here's Sims. Here's Crowder to stop the run. The shot by Sims, no good.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Spurs.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Well, this win gives them a victory in round one of what's basically a four-game fight between these teams this season.
And it will be a fight, Steve. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra meaning for the players.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Bryant. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
Here's Chalmers, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Spurs ball.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What an offensive performance it's been.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game.
Look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Now the Mavericks with it.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
Ridnour with it. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Josh, what a great performance tonight. And we've heard your coach praise...
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. We're bringing you the Los Angeles Lakers out at Staples Center as they'll face off against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Shaq, there's nothing quite like the anticipation of opening night. Fans have waited all summer, players have waited all summer, and finally it's here. Was opening night always special for you?
It was very special. My favorite part was what I'm about to do now, Ernie. Hello to all the fans. Thanks for joining us out there. I'm excited to see you guys. I know you guys are excited to see us. I love the fans, Ernie.
Did you always do it this way with your hands up like that?
Yeah, but you also got to put the number one up. Hello, fans. It's me again. I'm here with Ernie. We love you.
Hey, everybody.
Got to show them your number one, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie.
Put some bass in your voice, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie. I'm tossing to Kevin Harlan.
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At center, standing 7 feet even, number 10, Will Murray. small forward. Standing 6'9", number 1, Pharrell Wright. At the other forward position, standing 6'9", number 35, Tristan Thompson. At the point, standing 6'1", number 7, Brandon Jennings. At the other guard position, standing 6'6", number 23, Michael Jordan. The head coach of your home team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Here's the starting group for Houston. Brooks out there with Jimmer Fredette. And it's Marc Gasol. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Batum in at the 3.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
Now, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for now.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Lakers on D. The drive by Brooks. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Brooks has got his first basket.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas. Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Batum, that is good. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
The numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets ahead. They lead by 8. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. The Los Angeles Clippers take on the Los Angeles Lakers this Friday. Don't miss it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what you've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
So on the floor for Houston, Batum is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Jimmer Fredette. Then it's Brooks. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. On defense, the Lakers. 8-point game. And they're starting off this season against this Houston Rockets team.
And this great rivalry will be renewed tonight. The first of 3 meetings between these two clubs this season.
Now, here is Robinson. Sinks that one from the post. Robinson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Lakers. And here we go with Aaron Brooks. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Beal, and that's not going to go. That'll do it for the
score. Your Lakers 2. The Rockets 10. Your safety is our number 1 concern. Please walk
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. And the Lakers with possession here. Trailing here by 8. Next up for them is going to be the Suns. That'll be at the U.S. Airways Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And you know the fans out in Phoenix really hoping for a win in that one.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Thompson. Michael Jordan is out there with Jennings. Then it's Terrell Wright, and it's Purdue in at the 5 spot.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Now here's Jordan. Pass to Purdue. Lakers working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Jordan's shot is off. Stolen by Thompson. And that one, no good to start him off in the night. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets ahead. They're up.
It's a...
Here's Brooks.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, going through the motions, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Rockets.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. Worked for them consistently.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so by winning the first of 3 in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace their sneakers up against the Lakers.
And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Markieff Morris. Brooks is out there with Jimmer Fredette. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Ibaka in at the 4. And Beal kicks to Thompson. Comes up empty down low. Now here is Ibaka. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. That's good.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Here's Jack. Beal up top. Releases. Offline. So we see Houston taking the W here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying we'll see you next time as we go. Let's take a look at the Jordan player of the game, Aaron Brooks.
Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Man, I've been waiting for this for so long. It's the start of another NBA regular season. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And when you take a look at the Lakers, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. I liked what I saw out of this kid at Arizona last year, and now he's in the NBA. Aaron Gordon, 6'9", 220, kind of a tweener.
Yes, he is a tweener, even though he's worked to improve his shooting so he could play the 3. But the way the league is going, Ernie, he's probably best at power forward.
He's got the same standing reach as Blake Griffin.
He can defend power forwards, and he will continue to add muscle.
All right, thank you, Shaq. That's a wonderful, wonderful insight. I just can't say that enough to you. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. At point, standing 6'2", number 32, C.J. Watson. Starting at power forward, at 6'9", number 54, Patrick Patterson. At the center position, standing 6'11", number 8, Larry Sanders. At the other forward position, at 6'6", number 43, Andre Iguodala. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'5", number 13, James Harden. The head coach of your home team is Jeff Hornacek.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. With that road trip behind them, the Suns ready to perform in front of their hometown fans here in Phoenix. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And a year ago, they avoided any mistakes winning the season series against this club.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Tristan Thompson is out there at Purdue. Then there's Jennings. Then it's Jordan. And it's Wright in at the 3 slot. Now, here is Harden. Kicks to Iguodala. Iguodala, right side. Harden dishes to Patterson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they...
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Watson kicks to Harden. Passes it to Sanders. Off on the layup. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Tune in for a scary night of basketball. Halloween in the NBA. The Cleveland Cavaliers go on the road to battle the Chicago Bulls. It's all about the Central Division. Make sure to catch it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up.
Jeff Hornacek, who was the 46th pick back in 1986 and the 16th head coach in Suns franchise history. He surprised some people when he was named to the Suns head coach, but he quickly proved himself and actually came in second for Coach of the Year after a terrific season.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Suns. Ray McCollum out there with Harden. Then there's Parker. Then there's Jermaine O'Neal. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. And Coach Hornacek started as a special assistant in Utah, working on shooting skills with guys like Andre Kirilenko, Kyle Korver, and Wes Matthews.
Korver and Matthews really have become lasers as shooters. And, you know, Hornacek, after that work, went on to become an assistant coach in Utah for a couple of seasons. And some coaching turmoil in Phoenix prior to his arrival, but boy, he's settled in there nicely.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
McCallum, the pass to Harden. The feed now to O'Neal. 3 seconds left, and Gerald Henderson with the slam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
And the first half is now in the books. Lakers lead by 10. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. The second half beginning in just a moment. Here's Jordan. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Jarrell Wright. Jennings out there with Jordan. Then it's Thompson. And it's Purdue in at the 5. Down low.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
On defense, the Lakers. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Sanders sets the screen for Harden. Watson kicks to Iguodala. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Anderson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. So it's the Lakers now. The drive by Jordan. Here's Thompson. And that one's good. 24 seconds left in the third. Pass to Harden. He feeds it to Sanders. Back to Harden. Purdue against Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Harden. On the high post. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. The Portland Trail Blazers take on the Sacramento Kings. Friday night, NBA Hoops. Be there.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Lakers.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
This is really going to be a good win. They've proven they know how to attack this team, and I think it's important to establish that against a conference opponent.
I agree, because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to see them that often.
Iguodala out there with McCallum. Then there's Sanders. Then there's Parker. And it's Stokes in at the 4 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Sanders. 5 to shoot. Pass to McCallum. No good on the triple. Here's Thompson. No good there. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the New York Knicks in New York. Taking a look at the Knicks, they are sure to get a big boost from their home crowd today. Those fans have been waiting a long time for the start of the regular season and the chance to cheer their guys on to that first win. Hey, Tyreke Evans was a Rookie of the Year, scored 20 a year that first season. But what do you make of his development as an NBA player, Shaq?
Ernie, he was the man. But once defenders started taking away his right hand a little bit, he struggled. He's got to continue to improve going left. And you know what? With the body that he has, he could also work on his post game a little bit.
For Shaquille O'Neal and the rest of our 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again next time.
Center position, standing 6'11", number 0, Andre Bloch. At power forward, at 6'9", number 8, Amir Johnson. Starting at point guard, at 6'3", number 11, Reggie Jackson. The other forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 7 inches.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me to provide the analysis for what's sure to be another exciting year, Steve Kerr, the sharpshooter, and Clark Kellogg. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Peyton is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Fareed in at the power forward position. Chicago on defense. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Lets it go from deep, and that one's good. Leonard's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
McGee with it. He dishes it to James. That is good. James has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know, I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Pass to Blotch. Jackson gets to DeRozan. The dish to Blotch. 5 to shoot. Back to DeRozan. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And just about a minute in this quarter. Hayden. That drops. End of one. A closely contested game so far. It's the Bulls leading by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. The Los Angeles Clippers take on the Los Angeles Lakers. Be there.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And, guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Randall. Turner is out there with Pierce. Then there's Payton. And it's Evans in at the 2 spot. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's Turner finishing it off.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Allen outside. Ilyasova sets a screen for Allen. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
I'll tell you what, guys, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that Cleveland game turns out.
Here's DeRozan. No luck. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Bulls lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. And the Knicks with possession. Trailing by 5. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Amir Johnson. Then it's DeRozan, then it's Blotch, and it's Jackson in at the point. That's Derek Fisher's 5 as we get going into the second half. Chicago with the ball. Fareed the pass to LeBron. Good. James has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Chicago.
And their lead takes another little bump up.
Boy, I tell you, they've got to be feeling better and better about this game.
On defense, Chicago. And they double up Jackson. There's the pass to Blotch. Outside DeRozan. He feeds it to Jackson. It's DeRozan with the drive. James with the block.
And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
And their lead continues to grow as they keep playing good, sound basketball.
Boy, they really have been executing well since halftime.
Up top, DeRozan. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the third. Bulls out front, up by 9. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. The San Antonio Spurs go up against the Phoenix Suns live this Friday night.
That'll be a 5-second call. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Chicago with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got LeBron James. Kenneth Faried is out there with Pierce. Then there's Tyreke Evans, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the guard position. Now here's Jackson. Watch in the post. A second chance effort. Jackson misses.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Pierce good.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Watch with a screen on Faried. Leonard dishes to DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Evans gets the rebound. Faried goes in, and that's going to be a travel. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Here's Schroeder. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
We thank you for tuning into this first game of the new NBA season. So for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K Sports team, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. But first, let's reveal the Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal as the NBA season begins to pick up steam. And it is Wizard basketball tonight as the Washington Wizards go up against the Magic in Orlando. Well, for Orlando, they are hungry for a win here. Last season they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. Hey Shaq, how do you characterize the rebuilding process with one of your old teams, the Orlando Magic?
Well, they should just keep acquiring talent, Ernie. They should just keep the rebuild simple, always take the best players available in the draft, and every now and then try and make a trade to get you a veteran player, but just keep it simple.
See if anything magical is in store for Orlando. Hey, it's almost game time. Kevin Harlan.
And now introducing your Orlando Magic. At power forward, at 6'9", number 0, Glenn Davis. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 26, Kyle Korver. Standing 6'11", number 14, Nikola Pekovic. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 2, Eric Bledsoe. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 33, Scottie Pippen.
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off a good outing against the Heat in Miami. And just a 2-point win there. They had to fight tooth and nail for it.
Yeah, they really struggled shooting the ball in that game, but still came away with the win. They obviously had to pick up the slack in a lot of areas, and they did it.
Yeah, and Steve, I think that says an awful lot about them as a team when they're able to win despite shooting that poorly.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. Carl Landry is out there with Marion. Then there's Anthony Morrow. Then there's Al Jefferson. Then it's Felton in at the point. Here's the break. Ball going up court. Rebound by Raymond Felton. Orlando on D. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
They really looked tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
Jefferson, the shot is off. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Wizards. They lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
Washington on D. 4-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And as you'd expect, I mean, this was a lopsided season series a year ago.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Nick Young. Marion is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Felton. And it's Cousins in at the 5. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And Orlando making a change here. Taylor's checked in. Those games not too pretty, but nobody expected, Clark, anything different.
No, I agree, Kevin. It's not a big upset when a team from the bottom gets swept like they did.
Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. Davis is checked in for Orlando. Corey Joseph comes in for Jordan Crawford. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Washington. And it's the Magic's ball. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Well, and you know the fans out in Toronto hoping for a win in that game. But if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Felton attacking, and the layup falls. Felton's got the first basket of the second quarter for Washington.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Wizards lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Here's Bledsoe. They've got Pippen. Pekovic is out there with Glenn Davis. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound, Washington.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. Right in his face. Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfect.
The Magic trail by 8. Bledsoe left side. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Now the Wizards with it. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Boy, nice bucket. They are really playing intelligently here.
And even though the lead's not large, they've definitely got the upper hand.
9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside Pippen. It's off. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Wizards out front, up 10. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. The Cleveland Cavaliers go up against the Chicago Bulls this Friday, 7 p.m. Central. Don't miss it.
Here comes Raymond Felton.
So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out what should be a nice win here for the Wizards.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Well, this win gives them a victory in round one of what's basically a 4-game fight between these teams this season.
And it will be a fight, Steve. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra meaning for the players.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Raymond Felton. Every time there was a big possession or big play, he was contributing in some manner. Just a great game for him.
So on the floor for Washington, Felton is out there with Anthony Morrow. Then there's Nick Young. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Cousins in at the center, filling out the middle. Now the Wizards with it. 10-point lead.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
Once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Let's go. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Young with no one around. Gets it to fall.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
presented by Sprite. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Man, I've been waiting for this for so long. It's the start of another NBA regular season. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. And looking at the Cavaliers, they have what every team has on its list of top priorities. Starting off the new season with a win and hopefully feeling the benefit of their work in the offseason and preseason. A forgettable season for the New York Knicks in 2014.
Get up out of your seat. Let's make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers. And he's starting at center.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, broadcasting live alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. This their first look at this year's New York squad. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And last year, boy, it was fun watching these two teams get together. They split the season series. Very even matchup.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Ellen is the 3, Amari is at the 4. Calderon is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Dallenberg in at the 5, roaming the paint. Cleveland on defense. Calderon kicks to Shumpert. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Steve, as he said, these were maybe the two most evenly matched teams in the conference.
It was such a hard-fought series. I mean, it would be great to see a similar series this season.
A controversial statement last year when LeBron said that there are no longer any real rivalries in the NBA anymore. Seemed off at first, but he might have a point. And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Now, here's Calderon. He had 10 points in the win against Chicago. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Dion Waiters, the bucket on the assist by Irving. And the logic LeBron used in making that rivalry statement was that all of these players, Clark, have known each other for so long, coming up through amateur tournaments, AAU and the like.
And not to mention, Kevin, that with how free agency is structured now, there's a lot more player movement going on. Still, I can't get 100% on board with what he said because there are teams that clearly don't like each other.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LeBron's got 6 points. They're struggling to keep up.
Now we'll see if they can turn things around on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
Calderon kicks to Stoudemire. There's the dish to Carmelo. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And the Cavaliers.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's working, especially offensively. What a lead they have already to show for it.
Calderon against Irving. And so New York calls timeout. Their first. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
And so here is New York, searching for their first points of the game. Here's the break. Here's Varejao, and he gets it to go. Varejão's got his first basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, It's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
The problem for the Knicks last year is that they didn't really do any one thing in an outstanding way.
Well, a lot of people wonder how they missed the playoffs, but when you look at it, they were really an average team.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Dalembert sets a screen for Calderon. Anthony kicks to Calderon. Tries to snap the cold streak. Waiters grabs the miss.
Still looking for that first two. 0-4 now.
Finished off by LeBron.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach. Pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Bulls start out with the ball. So the Nets starting 5. They've got Gortat. Steph Curry's out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Tolliver in at the power forward position. Here's Stauskas. Back to Parker. 5 to shoot. Unloads from 13. And that's good off the glass that time. Parker's got the opening field goal of the game for the Bulls. Curry against Parker. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
On defense, Brooklyn. Curry brings the double. Stauskas kicks to Hibbert. To the paint. No luck on the running jump shot.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Tolliver, and he uses the glass on the layup. Tolliver's got his first 2 points. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Parker. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Pretty impressive quarter for this club, showing great confidence in their ability to come out and play well.
Steve, I agree. I mean, they've been the more aggressive team early on, and it shows.
Green is out there with Andre Kirilenko. Then it's Conley, then there's Thompson, and it's Parker in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Parker. Conley kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Miller. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Nets on defense. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Outside Conley. Pass to Thompson. Here's Kirilenko. Rebound by Williams. Here's Carter Williams moving it up.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Nets out in front. They lead by 8. We'll see you after halftime for... Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup. Bulls on D, trailing here by 8. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, Steph Curry's out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's Gortat, and there's Anthony Tolliver, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward. Stauskas kicks to Green. It's the Nets now. Here's Gallinari. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And that's a nice finish for the big fella there. I mean, he used his length very well under the basket.
There may be more athletic players around the league, but, Steve, not many bigger ones.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'd like to see him even take advantage of that size more often on the offensive end and be more aggressive.
And here's the fast break. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Tolliver. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
Wow, are they moving the ball right now? They look good.
Parker dishes to Hibbert. He kicks to Green. It's stolen by Curry. It's stolen by Stauskas. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets lead by 14. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we welcome you back to our coverage of Round 1 in the NBA playoffs. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful. I'm just so impressed with these guys. They made big plays when it counted the most, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Nets.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
We've got Ryan Anderson. Stauskas is out there with Conley. Then it's Roy Hibbert, and it's Thompson in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Conley with it, now guarded by Gortat. Gortat with the steal. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Now the pass to Stauskas. Back to Conley. And he gets it to go.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's Gortat. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
That'll do it for now. Thanks for watching 2K Sports' presentation of the first round of the NBA playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long as we leave you with the Jordan player of the game.
And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal. Here we are, NBA Finals, Game 1, right around the corner. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Trailblazers in Portland. For Portland, after a clean sweep in the conference finals, they seem to be a team of destiny. The joy of an NBA championship almost within their grasp. And this is it. The NBA Finals, the championship round. 2 teams enter. 1.
Let's meet your Portland Trailblazers. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 9, Martell Webster.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the biggest game of the year, the last game of the season, a winner-take-all single-game NBA Final. This is Kevin Harlan along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And the Pacers start off with the ball. And what a great feeling is the NBA Final. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
They double him with Boozer, and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And here's Lawson. Smith in the post, and a missed layup.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Webster with it. Boozer picks him up. Pass to Mills. In low to Bogut. Rebound by Smith.
Oh, man. I don't know how he missed that one. That's horrific.
And that one's good. Boozer's got his first basket of the night. Mills with it. Passes it to Bogdanovich. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Augustine. From down in the low post, it goes. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Pacers up 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back to our presentation of the NBA Finals as we get going again. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Yeah, I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Chris Bosh. Carlos Boozer out there with McDermott. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. And here's Portland. 8-point game. To the middle, here's Copeland. And the rebound goes to Boozer.
And a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Yeah, they've got to hurry. Step on the gas here.
And the rejection by Love. Here's Walters, covered by Smith. Gasol, a screen on Smith. Shot clock at 6. Love kicks to Johnson. Lets it fly from 18. Kicks it out to Love. 3-pointer. And we finish one half of basketball. Pacers lead by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. We welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. Mills with it. Mills out there with Webster. Then it's Bogut. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Mills. And it's blocked by Bosh. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
7 seconds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And here's Indiana. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Lawson cashes in for a double-digit lead. Lawson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Indiana. Mills with it. He kicks it to Love. Knocked loose. 6 to shoot. The Pacers pull it in.
And they'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Mills with it. Pushing it up. Bosh, that's for 2. And the officials call a traveling violation. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Now here is Augustine.
And that's going to be the end of an epic journey taken by both teams really in unbelievable fashion. Get the NBA championship crowns ready for the Pacers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Ty Lawson. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see him being a part of it. He was all over this one.
And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Tyler Hansbrough, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with DJ Augustine. Then there's Chris Bosh, and it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. Chris Copeland's checked in for Portland. Johnson comes in for Marshall Webster. Here's Walters. The shot is off, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Pass to Carroll. Gasol against Bynum. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
No good from Gasol. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And it's Bynum with the jam.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And they've done it. The new NBA champions.
Well, they did it. And as they celebrate, you can just see the relief, the exhilaration that comes with winning it all.
And Clark, you have to hand it to the entire organization. They work together to get right here.
And what better way, Kevin, to give back to the loyal fans of this franchise than to finish out this series, this whole playoff run, actually. What a night.
And we have enjoyed our time with you folks all season long. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Have a wonderful summer.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. For the talented young men hoping to hear their names called tonight. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Todd Hendricks from Michigan State University. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Cameron Baker from the University of Florida. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select the 21-year-old center from Turkey. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select